Up? What is up? Hope you're well. Let's get in focus. Let's stay in focus, hopefully. Thank you for all that hung out for me. I know we were supposed to get started at 8, but I wanted to push it back to 8:15 to include my Facebook peeps to allow people to see on Facebook. But Beans and Beats, it's back. We're back. It's been a minute. It's been a long minute, actually. I think it was 2020 since it was the last time I did this. But I have my coffee. Oh, man, that's actually the first sip of the day. I'm not going to lie. And it was, that was good. If you're watching, thanks for being here. Hey, if you're watching, though, drop what coffee you're drinking. What's the method? Like, are we going pour over? Are you doing drip right now? Are you doing, are you in a coffee shop right now drinking a cappuccino? That's what I wish I had right now, was a cappuccino. That would be really good. But honestly, so this right now, this is a black and white coffee, of course. Black and white hat, black and white coffee. Where's the black and white sponsorship? I'm waiting for it. Kyle, Lem, come on. Shoot me a text. Let's hang out. Let me get black and white on here. But It is a, I think he said it is a thermo shock co-ferment. I don't know. It was some long name. It's delicious. I'm still learning about all the co-fermentation processing and that sort of thing. So if you're into that kind of thing, drop a comment and tell me what coffee you're drinking, the processing, all that stuff. Funny story about processing as I get some sounds pulled up here. I already have some drone sounds. I don't know if I'm feeling that. I don't know if I'm feeling that dark. Also, if that's like way too loud, let me know. That'll be helpful. But you always got to start with a drone. See, it's just like drones are inspiring. So you got to start with a drone. Also, I have some Flock crew joining me later. So Flock is this community that I just started. Very kind of hush-hush, so don't tell anybody. But Flock is kind of this almost like trade school for creatives where you can kind of learn and grow in your craft and character. I'm going to be teaching things. I'm also going to just be sharing really a lot of what I'm learning as I try to create to bring glory to the Creator and curate a culture for the kingdom and grow as an indie musician. So I'm sharing that later. If you have questions about that, you can drop it in the chat. Man, I want to say thank you to Samuel. He said, "God bless you, bro," from New Zealand. Dude, sick. What time is it even there? So maybe, I don't even know if you're drinking coffee right now in New Zealand. But thanks, man. God bless to you too. Yeah, tell me where you're watching from, what coffee you're drinking. Ethan, I love it. Washed, pour over, started a bit earlier. That's okay. I'm also drinking out of a mug that Ethan's wife made. Ethan, if you drop her handle in the chat, I will put it on the broadcast so people can see. But this is like my favorite coffee mug. I think I got it for like my birthday or Father's Day or something. But love it. It's just like perfect, just like the perfect size, fits in your hand. Should we start with something like that? Tell me again if that's too loud for you. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I like that. That's a little, we need some space though, so let me add a little bit of space. And then we'll get started. Also, for those that are from the old Beans and Beats days, things probably look a little different. Nice. Let me make this a little slower. I don't want to hold on that much of the drum. There, it needs something. It needs that fifth above it. Nice. I like that. For some reason, my MIDI clip here, but that'll work. All right, let's play that back. Samuel said in New Zealand, a bit late, working on theology papers. Hey, I need coffee during theology papers. So, you know, get it. I remember those days. I don't miss the theology paper writing days at all. And Amanda C. Pottery, pick one up. Amanda C. Pottery. Thank you, Amanda, for supporting our coffee through beautiful vessels. See if we have any flock people in here. Not yet. That's okay. If you're some of our flock people, go over to the school community, grab the link, and jump on, and let's hang out. All right. I also got a new screen, and it's really small. I'm realizing how old I am. Man, I am still warming up myself. Need more coffee. I was trying to see if I could just get a drum loop in here, because sometimes I like starting with a loop just because it makes my life a little bit easier. Especially when I'm just like trying to seed ideas and just get ideas out there. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm making something, sometimes it's really, really hard for me just to like start from a blank canvas. Like I have to have something there. Oftentimes, even as I'm making something, like I'll make the thing and then I'll iterate pretty fast. And what I mean by iterate is like I'll just take pieces apart, add to, that sort of thing, just like you would do whether you do things like Ethan does with like product development and stuff like that. You're like iterating on this thing. And so when I do that, when I am trying to build out a big project like a song, usually I start with a bunch of little pieces. I call them seeds. And so this is kind of modeling that, a seed session where we're just kind of clunking around Ableton, making weird sounds, seeing what we have saved in old files, and then, seeing what we can come up with. But for some reason, none of my files seem to be wanting to work. So we're going to come over here, and it looks like we're just going to be... Oh, we gotta throw some claps in. But not those ones. Actually, I know what to do. Guitar. I just, since I do have the new studio, and I do have a new kind of layout of things, I'm actually able to kind of jump around and record a little bit more quicker, spontaneous, more like just kind of plug and play, which has been really nice. Oh man, we got sound. Just need to tune the sound. So let me tune this real fast. This is also fun because I never got to stand up on the other Beans and Beats. And hopefully with this one I can get enough. I really should have this closer to my feet, but I like it being over there. Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I hope you can't. You can. It's pretty loud. Looks like. Hold on one second. Can you hear me? Maybe so. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me know if you can hear me still, because I think you might have lost me. So if you can hear me, let me know. That would be super helpful. But I think I have it to where hopefully things aren't too loud for you guys. Oh, it sounds like you can't even hear the guitar. There we go. Alright, yeah. Let me know how that sounds. That sounds like pretty good to me. Alright, let's get back into it. Let's do that. Don't know if I want to do that or if I maybe just... Alright, we got some delay going. I just needed some more effects. Okay, good. I'm back. Sick. I can hear you now. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Steeps the Geek. That's such a sick name. I don't even know what that means. I should probably also be careful about what I read on stream, but here we go. All right, back into it. Why does that sound not good? Going to be very CCM today, I guess. It is Wednesday, the pseudo Sabbath, as they say. And hey, let me know again if you guys have any topics you want to discuss. I am open to anything. I'm just here again warming up. The whole point of this is to just knock off the rust at the beginning of a day, to take a minute, knock off the sleep. Sometimes you just got to get up and stretch. You got to stretch that creative muscle. That's why the beauty of just putting a drone on, making something out of nothing, or at least out of what you've been given, right? So I'm gonna figure out how to get my guitar a little bit louder here. Also, the trail on that delay is insane. I should probably turn that down. That was a little much. Did you hear that? Hold on. It's still going. It's still there. And now it's finally gone. All right, let me see how this sounds. Oh no. Why is that the case? Oh, I see. That's why it doesn't sound right. I am recording into my... See, this is why... It's been a minute since I've done Beans and Beats. Confession, y'all. Honestly, woke up this morning, was like, let's do Beans and Beats again. Hopped in, figured all my settings would be the same. They aren't. And of course they aren't. I reconfigured the whole studio. Of course they aren't. But, we learn that you just... got to go with the flow. So, Steve's the Geek. This is awesome and helpful to me. God called me to make music for him not that long ago, and seeing more of the process in the live action really helps a lot. Yeah, man. So, Steve's the Geek says that this is really helpful because it shows the process and shows kind of what goes into making things and actually putting things out and creating things for the creator. And that's my goal. Like, hey, I'm no professional, as we like can clearly see. Like, I'm recording my electric guitar and the output of this stream into Ableton right now as I was trying to just record guitar, because I forgot that I like rewired my entire studio because I moved it, and then forgot to switch out my in and outs. Like, it happens. And I think it's good that we as artists understand that like creativity is a skill, and skills have to be developed. Skills have to be learned. And so I think it's really important that as Christian creatives, like, we share our skills. And so that's why I started Flock, which is this community of Christian creatives where I'm kind of sharing what I know. I'm going to be doing this more on the Illumination Project channel, just kind of as like a Flock artist, like somebody who points people to this kind of, I guess, trade school for creatives. But if you are interested at all, have questions about that, drop a comment. I'll answer them. But yeah, I'm here to share the process because I want to see more Christian creators making things and putting them out there. And I know the barrier of entry is low, and there's so many talented people out there like making things and that have great things to say, and I just want to see more of it. And so as I'm learning, I want to share what I learn. And because I honestly, like, a lot of the stuff I'm seeing out there is like either not adaptable to Christians, like it's like trying to do things in like a black hat kind of way, or it just is like value propping yourself. And I don't like that, like making yourself the value of your content. And I think as Christian creators, like, that's very hard to do because you aren't the value of your content. So that's a whole nother thing. But if you want to talk about it, I'm down to talk about it. That's why Beans and Beats. You got a little bit of coffee in me. Maybe I'll actually make a beat. Drop my pick mid live stream. So let's see. How am I going to fix this? I'm going to take you out of the stream for a minute so I can record that guitar again. And I'm going to do that by switching the in and out here to analog 2. We'll see how much that changed for you guys. Let me know how that changed, because if this doesn't change a lot, like if I'm just coming through like one speaker for a minute, like this might just be like how I run things now, and then I just run mono. Maybe that's what I should do, because I don't see it coming through in there. Oh, cool. It shows me like the likes. Nice. Well, then like this so I can. All right. That waveform looks. Oh man, hold on. I have to show you. Let me see here. Yeah, let me know. I'm gonna keep you guys like this for a minute. Let me know in the chat if it makes sense. But I'm gonna show you the difference right now. So like of the waveforms, I knew something was wrong when I saw it. But I saw this and I was like, that seems very like loud for my guitar. Like, and it seems like there's a lot of information there in those waveforms that I shouldn't be seeing. And there you go. That's what I should have been seeing right there all along. That sounds so much better. We're gonna make spacey stuff. And I'm okay with that. I don't know if I like that. Let's just do a simple lead line. Why can't I play guitar today? Let's see. All right. What did off to work. Hey, see you later, man. Hey, click the link, Steeps, if you're getting started. I'd love to have you join us in Flock. Ethan said, yeah, man, it's been an easy lie to believe and honestly a creative block to think we have to render or create a certain level initially. Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah, in fact, I said this to my wife on the way out today because, again, like I think the expectation, especially since I haven't done beans and beats in a minute, is like I'm going to get on here and like make like the next Jesus is the King. And like that's not going to happen because like, again, I'm just waking up. Like, and I think here's something actually, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think right now. Actually, on let me take a minute. Let me refill the coffee again. What coffee you drinking? If you're watching, what coffee you drinking? What method? What's the processing on the coffee? Fun story on that actually. Let me tell the fun story and then I'll get serious into the creative part. But so fun story. I was in Florida on vacation last week. We went to Disney. That's a whole nother story in and of itself. But when I was in Florida, I asked my sister-in-law. She was going to go get coffee, and she asked if we wanted any coffee. And in Florida is kind of a coffee desert. I'm not going to lie. It very much is a coffee desert, and which means like there's just no like really good coffee. So she was like, "What kind of coffee do you want?" I was like, "Well, it depends on where you're going." They told me. I looked it up. It looked like a legit place. Looked at the equipment. Seemed like a relatively trustworthy establishment when it comes to coffee. And I was like, you know what? I'll take their drip, but would you mind asking what kind of process it was? And she gave me this weirdest look. And I realized at that moment just how weird I am. Well, I've realized this before, but I don't know. I feel like that's something that you need to know. Like, as people drinking coffee, guys, like there's other processes of coffee that make it taste different. And I like a lighter, not just a light roast, like it's different. The actual processing is different. But it actually changes, like the way I would describe it as a musician is like the timbre of the coffee. So like it'll be brighter or darker. It might taste more like tea, like the actual like consistency and like body of the coffee is different. And so I like washed coffees because it's like light and tea, and it's usually like brighter flavors and tones. I hope I'm saying all this right and my coffee buddies aren't just like roasting me. Because if that's the case, that's gonna suck. But yeah, so I asked her to check what processing it was. She felt embarrassed, and then she roasted me for it, and I didn't like that. But in regards to creativity and beginning things off as not only as like the top, but I think as creatives, it's not only a lie that we believe that we always have to create at like our highest level, but it's also a lie that we create alone and in isolation. Like, we truly never create alone as Christians, right? Like, we should, if we're Christians, be inviting the Holy Spirit into our creative process. We should be not like in a invoking a muse sort of way, but a more in a submission, here is our gifts, lay them at the feet of Jesus kind of way, right? Like, those are two different ways, and even two different perspectives to think about creativity in regards to spiritual formation, right? It's like, I'm not invoking and using the Holy Spirit to create things for myself. I am pleading with the Holy Spirit that he would allow me to make great things for him rather than just making little things. Because either way, like, I might make something, but making something great and making something impactful and making something that moves people to point people to Jesus, to cultivate a life dedicated to Jesus, as I say all the time, like, that's what I want to do. And so to do that, I think we need the help of the Holy Spirit to do that, not necessarily just like starting on our own. And so that's what I mean when we think about like creation and doing it by ourselves in isolation. And then also when you add community to that, like, I mean, it's a huge amount. And so I think that's important when we think through like Christian community and that sort of thing, and even the church and how a church plays a role in that. And so I'm curious if you guys are at a church right now, what that looks like when you are in your creative field, if you're helping your church in that way, if you're resourcing them, if you're being served by them, what's that look like? But yeah, great convo. And hey, I am gonna keep diving in here for just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna have to jet myself because, again, this was just warm up coffee, beans and beats, let's hang time, and I want to make sure I stick to my schedule and honor my responsibilities, as I'm sure you do too, because the day is just getting started. And let me know if you liked it being this early. If I need to make it earlier, I will, but it seems like we got some people on here that are actually leaving for work, so I'm hoping to kind of integrate this in more into your daily, not daily, into your schedule on Wednesdays. And then, yeah, occasionally we'll be bringing some people from Flock in. So actually, let me poke around here a little bit, ask any questions, final questions that you might have if you're a Christian creative, if you're in Flock and you have a question, if you just want to ask about like where I got this cool hat or like where I'm at studio-wise, life things, I'm down. If you want to talk Disney, I won't talk about that. But for now. Let's dive back in. I hear a drum beat, but I just don't want to do it. Like, I know I could pop back there and be like, boom, boom, ka, boom, boom, ka. But like that seems too like on the nose for this for some reason. Like, I don't know. I don't like. Let me see if I have any. Let's see what we can make with that little snare. See here. Don't want to loop it. Do want to duplicate it though. Now let's see how this sounds. Alright, I think that feels good. What if I... I really wanted to start there. That might work. Let's try that. I also need to turn the click up if I'm going to be doing drums. That fits. Let's do it. Now we just need a, let me put like a, that won't work. We'll try it though. I was wrong. I stand corrected. That works. There we go. Yep, that's what we wanted. That's what I wanted. All right, let's see how that feels. feels for a second while I add this in. That's not what I want at all. That'll be fun. It's not growly enough. Instruments. Styles. No, this is my life now. I need to organize my life. There's too many bass sounds. Nah, I'm not loving any of that, but we'll just, for the sake of getting a bass down. do whole notes. It's fine. It's the morning. I went to bed late. Whole notes. And honestly, that might be better. That might be better because it's one of those things where it just kind of lets it sit there and kind of grow. I mean, this is like a worship leader thing, right? Like we let it sit there and invite you in to take a sip of coffee, to take a minute. And so I'd like to do this. This would be like a good verse 1. Actually, we could write something. Point the mic right, let's see. That sounded a little too much, too chaotic. I might just like have to think of a lead line over that. It is very CCM, but maybe that's just the mood we're in this morning. But with that said, hey, thanks for being a part of what I'm trying to do with Illumination Project. Let me cut this off real fast. But yeah, thanks for being a part of just following along with all the things that are happening, that I'm putting out and that sort of thing. I know there's a lot coming out, and there's about to be even more that I'm excited to share. In fact, if you're watching this and you happen to be a Christian creator, I did start something just for you that I've not really announced anywhere. So this is going to be kind of the first little tease or trailer of it. But if you are someone who's looking to grow in your crafting character, if you're a Christian creator that is looking for just people that are pursuing the same thing as you, that are trying to seek and cultivate a culture for the kingdom, and do so by sharing resources, I'm going to be doing creator breakdowns, Q&As, as well as some interviews inside this group, and just sharing what I know. And I'm trying to, again, equip Christian creators to create a culture for the kingdom by helping them save time, by sharing boots on the ground advice and tactics and stories, but also like sharing spiritual formation content as well, to help us pursue influence and pursue creativity in a way that is faithful to Scripture, in a way that is faithful to godly character, and is also pointing others to that same way. So I want to tell you a little bit about it. If you have a second, share this video, share this with other people, or just click the link below and check out more. But I want to check this out, and then I'm going to come back for quick questions, and then I want to sign off for the day and say thank you. But check this out, and then I'm going to come back for quick questions, and maybe I'll play more. We'll see.
That's okay. I get it. How we operate as Christians in the marketplace, it looks a little bit different. You know, I've been asked a lot of questions like, how did you make that cool shirt on your own to support your ministry and fund it with? Or how can I create faithfully and keep up without forgetting this actual like spiritual formation that music has on people and that art has on people? And how do I steward that correctly as a Christian in the pace of content creation and all of this? And even how do I promote what I made after I make it in a faithful and honest way? These are all things that I felt like I was struggling with and trying to find solutions. And sometimes the solutions I was finding just weren't satisfying to me. So I decided that I wanted to start putting this together, all that I have learned both in the creative and marketing space and in ministry over a decade, and bring that and share that with friends, and kind of leverage community as well to share all the resources and all that other creatives can share with each other to curate a culture for the kingdom. Because I know, just like you do, how much art has an impact on culture and how media has an impact on culture, and how the two can actually come together in a really unique way. Right now, we're kind of doing this and building this together. And so what that means is in Flock, you'll find me documenting all that I'm learning and kind of building resources to help those in the group. Each week, I'll be doing creator breakdowns where I'm going to be dissecting what creatives and what career creatives are doing online now that are finding success, and how we might apply that as a Christian in the market space faithfully. I'm going to then do it and hopefully save you some time and money and some experimentation as I document my process as I'm doing this as well together. So that's my idea. We are just getting started, and I'm really excited about it. Just a way to kind of structure some learning about what it means to be a Christian creative in this space. So I hope that you'll take a second, check out what we're doing, ask some questions, or just click the link, jump in and get started. I'm excited about what the Lord's going to do through Flock, and I'll see you there.
Hey, so that's Flock. I hope you enjoyed that little, commercial of sorts. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. If you want to talk more about creativity, I got a couple more minutes to talk more about Christianity and creativity and faith and all those things. And then I got to head out for the day and get my day going. I got a couple projects that I need to get working on today. And then I'm also training today at my job with my church. I'm training to do more production stuff, because in the next month, I'm going to be taking more live production off the hands of our production guy, because he's heading to Japan. So I'm going to help him, and I'm going to serve and do production, directing, and all that stuff. So it's going to be fun. So I have to make sure I am fully aware of all of our equipment and all that stuff, which it's pretty familiar. So I'm pretty good. So I'm not worried about it, but I am excited to get that started. So so Flock is something cool that I'm starting. I'm excited about it. We already got some members over there. We already got some people in the group chatting. I've already had a chance to do some onboarding calls because I'm doing a welcome call with everybody that joins, one-on-one welcome call, just to say, hey, what are you working on? How can I help? And yeah, so if I can help now too, please feel free to ask a question. Let me just check one thing. Feel free to ask a question. I have about 2 more minutes, and I'm going to be heading out for the day. But this can be anything involving creativity, Christianity, content, spiritual formation, all of the above, none of the above. I'm just going to save this session that I had up for today because I liked where it ended up. Little vibey. Beans and beats. We'll name it Vibe CCM because it was very CCM, but it was like a weird signature. Move that over into my Ableton sessions because you got to stay organized. So, all right. Well, if that is it, I just want to say thank you for being here. I will be here next Wednesday. I hope you will be too. And until then, I'm going to sign off. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.